Good afternoon, everyone. This is Arthur Robinson Jr. I'm the creator and host of the Powerful Interviews podcast. And I want to share with each and every one of you about how to learn from millionaires and billionaires. Now, I interview millionaires and I have interviewed billionaires from all over the world. And what I found the most from the Hecto millionaires and the billionaires of the world is that they provide a lot of value. Now, you have to ask yourself as an entrepreneur, as a business leader, as an author, speaker, or consultant, what type of value do you provide to your customers? Now, I've been interviewing for over 14 years and counting. And what I discovered is when you are willing to connect with high level people, the first thing they look for is who do you serve, what do you serve, and how do you serve them? Now I'm going to repeat that. Who do you serve, what do you serve, and how do you serve them? So when you are connecting with millionaires and billionaires, you have to ask yourself, what is your value proposition? Now, when I invite them on my show, I have basically a successful track record where they look at the people that has been on my program. Now, I have interviewed powerful people all over the world. People like billionaire Steve Forbes, the owner of Forbes Media. People like Jeff Hoffman. He's actually a billionaire, and he is the co-founder of the powerful brand Priceline.com. Now, they grew that brand to a 35 billion market cap, and then they sold that brand for $65 billion. That is huge. Now, what I am offering is for the small business owners that don't know the necessary structures and the necessary blueprints on how they can actually get to the hecto millionaire or the billionaire level. Now, for those people that don't know, a hecto millionaire basically means that you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. You're not at the billionaire level, but you're not far from being a millionaire. So you can be worth 500, 600, 700, 800 million dollars liquid cash in your bank account, but you're not at the billionaire status, but you're close to becoming a billionaire. Now, from what I discovered with the Hecto millionaires, they own several businesses. And the average millionaire, he basically owns over seven multiple streams of income. Now, I'm going to repeat that. The average millionaire owns over seven multiple streams of income. So if you're building your brand or if you're starting out building a business, you have to ask yourself, what type of value are you contributing to the world? Now, what I discovered with the billionaires, they help a lot of people from all over the world. They are actually stimulate the economy by creating jobs. This is what they do. And a lot of billionaires that have built several businesses and several brands, some of them have started in the 1970s, in the 1980s, also in the 1990s, and they're still relevant in today's industry. Now, when I looked at Jeff Hoffman, the billionaire, he's basically have built both public and private companies. But it wasn't always that way with him. He started out from humble beginnings. Now, when I look at Hecto Millionaire, Beyonce's father, who's has actually been on my podcast show, Beyonce's father is a Hecto millionaire, but he all started off from humble beginnings where basically he actually used to work for the Xerox company back in the 1980s. And what I discovered in that fascinating interview that Dr. Matthew Knowles did with me, he basically said that they taught Beyonce how to speak in Spanish. Well, actually, they hired a maid, and the maid spoke in Spanish, and the maid taught Beyonce and his other children how to speak in Spanish. That was powerful. So they actually got those lessons for free. And if you look at Jay-Z, when he actually is dialoguing with his daughter, he talks to his daughter in Spanish. That is huge. So if you have your kids that's eager to learn another language, I highly recommend get them involved with learn how to speak in Spanish, Russian, because once they learn multiple different languages, they are going to basically excel to the next level. Now, this video is titled How to Learn from Millionaires and Billionaires. Now, for me, I love to learn from people who's been there, done that, and who are still relevant in today's industry. Now, I remember when I first started out years ago, I had friends and I had family that basically told me that you would never actually connect with millionaires, Deca millionaires, Hecto millionaires, and billionaires. But guess what? They are coming on my show. They have been on my show in the past, and they actually are coming on my show in the present. Not too long ago, I did a fascinating outside the box interview with Brian Smith. Brian Smith was actually the founder and owner of the UGG Boots brand. That's an Australian brand. And Brian Smith is from Australia, but he resides in California right now. And he actually came on my show and he basically told me the tough challenges that he was facing when he started out building the UGGs brand. He had one investor, but that investor believed in him and they took that brand to a whole nother level. Now, in the late 90s, he sold the UGG Boots brand for a powerful X amount of dollars. But Brian Smith is still relevant to this day. He speaks all over the world. He's the best-selling author, and he's also an educator. And what I learned in that fascinating interview that I did with Brian Smith, the owner of the UGG Boots brand, he basically said that you must be willing to build a outside the box network so you can excel to the next level. So to all the entrepreneurs and business owners that's listening to me right now, remember, you one relationship away from someone, man or woman, where they actually going to turn your life around and they're going to turn your whole business around. Now, as being an entrepreneur or a business owner, you have to be willing to learn and to accept criticism. So if something not working in your business, whether that could be your bookkeeping could be off, or whether you're hiring, or sometimes you have to fire people that they don't play their position well in your business. When it comes to that, you have to learn how to take criticism. So I don't focus on the problems. I focus on solutions because entrepreneurs are solutionists. That's what entrepreneurs do. They basically find solutions to people's problems. Now remember, happy customers are loyal customers. They keep coming back to you wanting your products or your service. Always remember that. So you make your customers feel good and they are satisfied with your product or your service, they keep coming back to you and they'll be your raving fans, and you'll build a phenomenal pipeline where they're going to want to tell their network about your product or your service. Now, the millionaires and the billionaires that have been on my international podcast show, they love what I do because basically I'm building relationships with them. And I'm not just building relationships with them, I'm building long-term relationships with the millionaires and the billionaires of the world. Now, I haven't forgotten where I come from. So I take the information that I know and share it with the small business owners and entrepreneurs that may be making $20,000 or $50,000 or $100,000 a year. Now, in 2018, I did a fascinating interview, and it was a powerful dialogue with Hecto Millionaire, and y'all all know him. He's well known in the online community as well as the offline community. His name is Grant Cardone. And I went down there with my business colleagues and some NFL football players where we just had a discussion about his real estate fund. We also talk about entrepreneurship. We also talk about building networks. And we also talked about is always to build a business that you can sell. Most entrepreneurs and business owners, they're making money in their current business or businesses, but you must be willing to build a business that you can sell and take it public, and you can sell that business for 4 to 5 times multiple. And in your business, you must focus on cash flow and the EBITDA in your business. Now, for those that don't know what EBITDA is, EBITDA means earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. That's what EBITDA is. That's the cash flow of your business. Now, for the entrepreneurs and business owners that want to hit the millionaire or the hecto millionaire or decamillionaire or billionaire status, first of all, you must structure your business correctly. And most CEOs, COOs, CFOs, and CMOs, they all complement one another. The CEO, which that means the chief executive officer of their company, they basically have the vision of where their business is actually going to go. The COO, which that means chief operating officer, the chief operating officer has to make the CEO of the company look good. They basically takes out the garbage, and anything that's not working right, they eliminate it quickly. That's what a COO job consists of. And they get paid very well by doing that. The CMO, which is the chief marketing officer of the company, they basically specialize in how the marketing and the marketing campaigns is actually going to be executed in their business. So let's face it, if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, whether you're online or offline, you must market to your targeted audience on a consistent, regular basis. That is huge. And now the CFO, that's the chief financial officer. Now, most chief financial officers, they basically may get 2% equity inside of a big company, but they must execute their roles effectively by being a chief financial officer. Now, you have to ask yourself this. If you actually came across or you was blessed to be introduced to a hectomillionaire or decamillionaire or billionaire, ask yourself, how can I serve this hectomillionaire and billionaire or decamillionaire? Just ask yourself that question. Write that down. How can I actually serve a decamillionaire, a hectomillionaire, or a billionaire? Now, we know that they are at this level, but I promise you, if you are craving for information, if you're craving for information and you're willing to execute that information and you're willing to serve that deca or hecto millionaire or billionaire, I promise you, they will take a liking into you, and they're going to want to uncover and unravel the layers in their business where they want to pass that information on to you, and then you can execute that information and you can pass it on to the people that's within your team. in your current business. Now, you know what a team stands for. A team stands for together, everyone achieves more. Now, I'm going to repeat that. Team stands for together, everyone achieves more, and together, everyone achieves miracles. Now, the miracle for me is that God positioned me to interview Deca and Hecto millionaires and billionaires from all over the world. And you can look me up online. And actually, you can go to my website, powerfulinterviews.com, and you can see my impressive resume. Now, I'm not saying this to impress you. I'm saying this to impress upon you that this can happen for you. This economy is shifting right now. And with the pandemic going on, with the coronavirus, it's affecting businesses by storm. Now, from what I discovered, the Hecto millionaires and the Deca millionaires and the billionaires of the world, they are still making money during this pandemic. But unfortunately, the small business owners and entrepreneurs, they are struggling. Because if you are in a service-based business, whether you own your own hair salon or whether you have your own barbershop, that's a service-based business. But that's what that requires. People must go to your hair salon. People must go to your barbershop where that service can be provided. Now, I know all the beautiful women all over the world, they're either doing two things. Either they're doing their own hair or they're going to the salon basically to get their hair done. And a lot of people that are entrepreneurs, they can do your hair at the salon and they can do their nails and their toes. Because we all know that most women, they love to look good. They love to look good. It's in their nature. Now, for men, we love to look good as well. That's why we go to the barbershop and get our hair cut. Or for some entrepreneurs and business owners, they're learning how to cut their own hair. So as we going into 2021, you have to ask yourself, what type of value can I provide to my clients, to my current customers, where they're going to be happy with my products or my service? So you have to ask yourself, how is my brand going to stand out like a sore thumb among other international and national brands? Now, for the people that are national and international brands, you basically have your blueprint structured where people all over the world basically know what you stand for. And if you have a personal brand or a national, international brand, you have to ask yourself, what does your brand stand for? Now, for me, as being a professional interviewer, I always tell people that want to provide value and content on my show. I basically tell the Deca millionaires, Hecto millionaires, and billionaires, my name is Arthur Robinson Jr. I basically tell them that I help creative people bring their ideas to the market. Meaning I interview powerful thought leaders that are leading authorities in their specific industries, and I'll publish that content on the social media sites worldwide. That is basically what I do. Now, when I reveal that, the first thing they say is, okay, where's your credibility? Who have you interviewed? But since my catalog is so diverse right now, I don't really have to show them credibility. Because once they go to my website and look me up, they see, oh, wow, he interviewed Steve Forbes. He interviewed billionaire Jeff Hoffman. He interviewed Dr. Matthew Knowles, which he's a Hecto millionaire. He interviewed Sharon Lecter, the co-author of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad best-selling book. And she wrote that book, and she was business partners with Robert Kiyosaki. Oh, he interviewed Robert Kiyosaki's CPA, Tom Wheelwright, and he specializes in the Internal Revenue Tax Code, which that eliminate taxes, which that means that'll put more money in your bank account. I interview powerful, outside the box leaders, educators, and thinkers, and successful business people from all over the world. Now, I want to share some vital information with you. I'm going to be doing powerful interviews from all over the world. And I'm going to be interviewing more millionaires, decamillionaires, hectomillionaires, and billionaires. And they are very eager to come on my show. So basically, what I'm doing is God is blessing me to get connected to powerful people from all over the world. And I'm sharing that vital, critical information with each and every one of you. So go to my website, powerfulinterviews.com, and you will see a plethora of millionaires, decamillionaires, and hectomillionaires that have been on my show. And also go to my testimonial page, and you will see endless testimonials from people that's been on my show. I had people that came on my show that loved what I was doing, and they wanted to give me a personal testimonial because of the value that I rendered to them. People like actor and film director Bill Duke. Now, for those that don't know who Bill Duke is an actor, a phenomenal film director. He's been in plenty movies, like he was in 50 Cent movie with Get Rich or Die Trying. He was in the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the first Predator movie. He was in the movie Car Wash with Richard Pryor. He was also in the hit classic movie Menace to Society with Lorenz Tate, and with Too Short, the rapper Too Short. Bill Duke is a successful businessman, and he speaks all over the world about his journey in the film industry. I also got a phenomenal testimonial from Angela Means. Angela Means, right now, she's a successful entrepreneur, a phenomenal business owner, and she's a vegan restaurant owner. Now, for those that don't know who Angela Means is, Angela Means was in the hit classic movie with Ice Cube. That movie is called Friday, and she was actually the thought in the movie, so to speak. She's not actually a thought, but in the movie she was, and she was actually smoking in the movie in terms of drugs. Her name was Felicia in that movie. Now, if you look back at the movie Friday, you will actually see Felicia in that movie, but she was real skinny. But now she's a successful vegan restaurant owner. She gave me a personal testimonial because she basically loved what I was doing. I also got a phenomenal testimonial from international business expert. He specializes in the private equity industry, Hecto millionaire Gordon Bazar. Gordon has worked with Tony Robbins. He's also worked with marketing guru, the $9.4 billion man, Jay Abraham. And also, Jay Abraham has been on my show. I have many testimonials on my website, powerfulinterviews.com. And the reason why they wanted to share that information in those personal testimonials, because I provide value to them. I just did a fascinating interview yesterday with Sharif Medawar. Now, Sharif Medawar, he specializes in high-end commercial real estate, single-tenant, corporate guaranteed deals. This is different from the other gurus that educate entrepreneurs and business owners on how they can actually make money with investing in commercial real estate deals. This is not apartment investing. This is not residential investing, even though he invests in hotels, Airbnb. But single tenant deals is a guarantee coming from corporate. So when you look at the McDonald's of the world, or the Burger Kings of the world, or the Pizza Huts of the world, or Subway, they actually guarantee the money you're going to make with them month after month after month, as long as you put them under a 10 or 15-year lease. This is what Sharif Medawar was educating my audience yesterday about. He's a Hecto millionaire. His real estate portfolio is worth over $100 million and counting. And we're going to be doing a lot of more successful outside the box interviews, but actually they are educators, and I'm bringing that type of information to each and every one of you. The next interview I'll do is going to be an outside the box interview from another Hecto millionaire. And I'm sharing that information with you. So what I'm saying to each and every one of you that's watching me right now, share this video. Share this video, because the small entrepreneurs need to hear this. And remember, you're not small. Think big, but take necessary action steps in order for you to excel to the next level. God has created us in his image, and at the end of the day, you must take massive action in order for things to happen in your business. You must be willing to learn. And if you want to learn from millionaires, decamillionaires, hectomillionaires, and billionaires, if you don't know them personally, then I highly recommend invest in their books. Study what millionaires do. Study what decamillionaires do. Study what hectomillionaires do. Study what billionaires do. Now, I'm going to give an example like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, he basically learned a lot from his business partner, Charlie Munger. But Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, even though they are major stake shareholders in Berkshire Hathaway, they are value investors. They only invest in profitable businesses that's going to generate cash flow and it's going to generate top line revenue. This is what they specialize in, but they are different type of investors. You have sophisticated investors, you have accredited investors. So you have to ask yourself, what category do you fall in? But if you really want to learn from millionaires, hectomillionaires, and billionaires, you have to study what they do. I love to learn from people who's been there, done that, and who's still relevant in their industries. Read their books, pray to God, and ask God to lead you to the path on where you want to be in life. Now remember, life doesn't give you what you want. Life gives you what you see. So what you see in your mental picture in your head, and you're pursuing it every single day, you will get there. But you will not get there if you're procrastinating, if you're saying what you're going to do and you don't do it, if you don't stick to your regular regimen. You will not get there if you are not focused on your goals and your dreams. So the reason why I named this video how to learn from millionaires and billionaires, because guess what? That blessing happened to me. I am successful. The reason why I'm saying I'm successful, because it happened to me. I come from humble beginnings. I remember when me and my brother was young, we had to survive off of syrup sandwiches. And we also had to survive off of when my mother had to get food stamps. But that's behind me now. I got my mind right. I developed the abundance mindset. And now I'm building long-term relationships with millionaires, decamillionaires, hectomillionaires, and billionaires. And I'm going to continue to keep building those relationships, because at the end of the day, I love learning from high-level people. But I'm taking this information from high-level people and I'm giving this information to each and every one of you. You may be a thousandaire. You may be a millionaire. You may be generating 50,000, 100,000, or 30,000, or $150,000 in your business. But if you want to increase your top line revenue, I highly recommend get involved with my show. Tell people and share this video with your business colleagues and your entrepreneurs and business partners. Let them know exactly what I'm doing. God has blessed me with this wisdom, and I'm sharing it with each and every one of you for entrepreneurs and business leaders that are executing at the highest levels. So if you want to learn from millionaires, decamillionaires, hectomillionaires, and billionaires, I highly recommend get involved with my show. And I'm going to be doing live Zoom streams with these hectomillionaires and billionaires and decamillionaires that have already been on my show. I just did an incredible interview yesterday with Sharif Medawar. I did another powerful interview with the founder of the UGG Boots brand, Brian Smith. I interview on a consistent, regular basis. I have over 180 interviews and counting. Over 180 interviews and counting. Now you have to ask yourself, how did Arthur Robinson Jr. develop that work ethic? How did Arthur Robinson Jr. develop that discipline? And when you build in a business, you must be disciplined mentally, you must be disciplined physically, and you must be disciplined financially if you want to grow or if you want to excel to the next level. Go to my website, Arthur Robinson Jr. That's my name. The name of my website is powerfulinterviews.com. The reason why I titled my website that way with that domain name, because my interviews are outside the box. My interviews are powerful. But remember this, information is not power. The implementation of information, that's what makes it powerful. Knowledge is not power. The implementation of knowledge, that's what makes it become powerful. Always remember that. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to keep doing these live streams, and I'm going to be publishing more phenomenal, powerful content, business content that can take you and your brand to the next level. This is Arthur Robinson Jr. I really appreciate each and every one of you that is watching me right now on this live stream. And I had to share what I was actually feeling inside of my heart, inside of my gut. That's why I actually came on this live stream, to tell each and every one of you exactly what I'm doing. And I appreciate the people already that subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, I do a lot of business behind the scenes, and I do a lot of online marketing as well as offline marketing. Online marketing and offline marketing can be very powerful for your business. But remember, the information that you learn and the notes that you write down, whether you listen to a podcast, whether you are reading, because remember, the more you learn, the more you earn. You have to implement each and every single day if you want to be an executionist. Most people that take action, they execute on a consistent, regular basis. You only get one life to live. There are no sequels. So if you're in your 20s, I promise you, work on your craft right now. And when you become 30, you'll be a millionaire. Or even before 30. If you're 22, 23 years old, by the time you become 25, 26, 27, you will be a millionaire. But you have to believe you're going to become a millionaire. Don't bullshit yourself. If you really want to become a millionaire, you have to write your goals down and execute your goals every single day to become a millionaire or a decamillionaire or a hectomillionaire. And remember, millionaire, decamillionaire, hectomillionaire, and billionaire, they are all different levels. In order to make your first $100, you must learn how to make your $1 or your first $10 before you can make $100. If you can't make $100, then how are you going to make $1,000? If you can't make $1,000, then how are you going to make $5,000? And if you can't make $5,000, then how are you going to make $15,000 or $20,000? I want y'all to listen to this powerful content over and over and over again so it can reinforce your learning. To become successful in all areas of your life, it starts with having a wealthy mind. You cannot have a wealthy mind by having a toxic mind. And then you must be willing to take massive action in order for things to happen. Believe in yourself. I believe in each and every one of you. I love you. And remember, I'm going to be doing live Zoom streams from successful entrepreneurs from all over the world. So if you want to learn more about how to grow your business, how to market your business, how to brand your business, how to generate more leads, how to get more customers, how to develop an abundance mindset, how to grow your top line revenue, how to generate deal flow for your business, how to hire or fire the wrong people, how to build a team, how to create systems, how to discover who you really are and who you want to be in regards to becoming a successful entrepreneur, I highly, highly, highly recommend getting involved with my show. Go to my website, powerfulinterviews.com, and I have free information that can take your mindset and your business to a whole nother level. But remember, you have to implement what you learn. I'm going to be doing live streams on a consistent, regular basis. I'm going to be publishing outside the box business content on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can be notified when I do more live streams and when I publish more business content on my YouTube channel. Now remember, remember, Google bought YouTube for $1.6 billion. And that happened many years ago. So video is hot right now. So when you tell people or entrepreneurs or business owners exactly what you do, they're going to look you up. The yellow pages is no longer. It doesn't exist. When you tell people exactly what you do, you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, or a consultant, or a speaker or author, they're actually going to look you up online to see are you the real deal or not. Now, I have credibility in regards to the people I interview. So I highly recommend, if you're building a business, focus on building your credibility. Because the one thing you have in life is your reputation. But if your reputation gets tainted, people is not going to want to do business with you. Your name is bigger than your brand. So, to all the entrepreneurs and business owners that's listening and watching right now, I highly recommend, remember, always provide value to your customers and be willing to go beyond making your customers happy and making yourself happy in the process. Don't develop having an arrogance mindset, because once you have an arrogance mindset, people can feel that energy and they no longer want to be a part of that energy that you are dishing out to the world. Remember, Money is simply energy. That's what money is. Money is simply energy. You provide a lot of value to people, you're going to make a lot of money. You provide a little bit of value, you're going to make a little bit of money. You provide no value, you're not going to make any money at all. Focus on your work ethic. Focus on keep reinventing yourself, and focus on keep reinventing your brand. All right? Because remember, your brand is your promise. Once again, this is Arthur Robinson Jr. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate and I love each and every one of you that's watching me right now. And I highly recommend share this video with entrepreneurs, your friends, business owners, because whatever your skill set is, you must take that skill set and turn it into a phenomenal business. Take what you know and turn it into dough. This is what you must do. You cannot rely on one income. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, that is a blessing, but don't rely on that one income. Because if you get fired or you get laid off, then how are you going to generate other income? And you still need money coming in to sustain your business. But to the successful entrepreneurs and business owners that's watching me right now, if you want to learn how to excel to the next level, I highly recommend stay in tune with me. Learn from my interviews. I have a lot of successful, powerful, outside the box entrepreneurial interviews on my YouTube channel right now. You're going to learn from Hecto Millionaires and Billionaires and Deca Millionaires and Millionaires on my YouTube channel right now. Go to Dr. Matthew Knowles. He's going to explain to you how to build a successful brand. Go to my video, my interview on my YouTube channel. You're going to learn from Jeff Hoffman. He's a billionaire. He's going to talk about processes and systems and how entrepreneurs can capitalize on building a brand to the next level. Go to my YouTube channel and you're going to see a fascinating interview that I did with Sharon Lecter. She was the co-author of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad book. She was business partners with Robert Kiyosaki. Listen to that interview and write down the golden nuggets, write down the wisdom in these interviews and implement it in your own business. I'm giving it away for free. So what I'm doing is sharing vital and critical information to all the entrepreneurs and business owners that's watching me right now. And I have many more outside the box interviews on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm providing information to each and every one of you for free. And also, I'm focusing on building an outside the box community of entrepreneurs, business owners, consultants, business leaders from all over the world so we can create a community. That's what I specialize in. I focus on building outside the box networks. And I'm building networks with millionaires, Deca Millionaires, Hecto Millionaires, and Billionaires. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You're going to learn powerful information that's going to make you feel good. But remember, you must take massive action if you want things to happen in your business. So a successful life, an abundant life is not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. You got to go out and take what's yours. Because remember, in business, business is war. Always remember that. Business is war. You're building rapport with entrepreneurs and business owners and successful people. But at the end of the day, when you provide value, millionaires and billionaires, they always look at what's in it for me. And as an entrepreneur, you got to look at it as what's in it for you. But when it always be willing to collaborate with people and never think that you're bigger than anybody else because you're making money. All right. But remember, this channel is designed for entrepreneurs, business owners, business consultants, and people that want to basically lead. All leaders lead. Followers need leaders and leaders need followers. That's how this whole money system works. All right. I really appreciate each and every one of you that's watching me right now. Once again, my name is Arthur Robinson Jr. I'm the creator and host of the Powerful Interviews podcast. My website is powerfulinterviews.com, and I'm going to be doing more live streams, and I'm going to be publishing more powerful outside the box content that's going to help you grow your business to the next level. So in closing, I'm going to say this: do what you love and love what you do. And remember, the strongest asset that each and every one of you have is your brain and what you think about and what you take action on that will become your reality, and your mentality creates your reality. May God bless each and every one of you, and bye for now. And remember, God loves each and every one of you.